morning, YouTube. You know, I'm gonna wait till I get some people to chime in on my channel before I proceed. So because let me tell you, I'm not gonna mention any names, or at least not directly, put it that way. Good morning to the one. Good morning, y'all. I was waiting. Oops, what the hell I'm doing? I am trying to drive with the red light and I didn't even got to turn. Good morning, Joseph. Who else is on the line? Paul, are you there? Who else that would be chiming in the morning? So okay, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened yesterday, after yesterday event. As you know, that boat incident, I got the same customer yesterday with Instacart, and I didn't get any orders yesterday, 0. So when I acknowledged that batch, and I saw I was going to the same place from Saturday with that boat incident, I acknowledged the order, but I called the happiness team and told them about what happened from the last time and to review the notes. And I said that I'm not going to go out there because I was supposed to be blocked from taking any more orders from that particular customer. So I got the same order and I did not even move. I called customer service, I waited on the phone, and they had unassigned it to me. But my question to them, to the representative who took that call, was, why are y'all allowing people to take orders to places that's going way beyond taking an order? If you're driving to a boathouse or you're driving up to somebody's house and they live on the lake, fine. But anytime that you're going out of your car, getting in a van, getting in a boat, and then delivering, only thing you're doing is delivering some ice and some chicken. And it was same 4 orders too. I didn't even look at the order. I didn't even begin to shop or nothing. I already saw it was 4 items, but it was 2. So I already knew it was 2 bags of ice and 2, or whatever. So they unassigned it. But let me tell you what the ultimate thing that happened. So at that point, after 2 hours of waiting at the Publix, I ended my block early. I said, you know what, I'm going home. I was supposed to work from noon to 10. And by it being the day after the holiday, and then also yesterday, their systems were down for some period of time where it was something going on as usual. I ended the block early and I went home. So on my way home, I passed by this company that they was they were hiring for customer service representatives. So at first I looked it up online, and then they said, oh, you can come and you get an application. And I said, well, I was wearing some t-shirts and shorts, so I didn't really feel comfortable going in there. But she said, oh, that's okay. So since I was only going to the reception desk, I went inside, got an application, and I have it with me. I took it with me, so I'm going to fill it out. And sometime, probably tomorrow, I'm going to be maybe a little bit more casually dressed. And I'm just going to drop off my resume and the application. Good morning, whoever the third person is. are. Say hello or good morning so I can see who you are. I know Joseph is here, faithful subscriber. So yesterday, after I had canceled my, I left early, ended my shift early. It didn't cause me to get in reliability or, hey, Kevin H. Kevin H, I never seen your name before. You must be new. Well, subscribe to my channel. Comment and subscribe. Don't be a troll. You know, don't leave something crazy, because I will be blocking you, or not you specifically, but anybody who leave any kind of crazy comments. So anyway, so after that, after I was talking on the phone with this particular representative, and I'm telling her about the previous notes about how I was supposed to have been blocked from taking orders from that customer. So then while I had her on the phone, first of all, they were really rude. Not only were they don't try to listen, they try to rush you off the phone after you sitting waiting on the phone for them for about an hour, 40 minutes, and then if something happens during an order, they're not helpful at all. They're not happy. I don't even know why they call them happiness team. They're rude, unhelpful, they're not helpful, and then this is the ultimate thing. So she was like trying to get all nasty on the phone. Well, I already blocked, I already unassigned it, I already did this, you know, I already did that. You know, I'm like, I don't know who they think they talking to. So I said, what is Instacart going to do about situations like that? Because number one, why should somebody else get assigned an order and go through that ordeal that I had went through to deliver an order that's going out to somebody's lake, going out to a lake? It's not like you driving to the dock, or you driving to a parking lot and they have to come and get it themselves. But I said, this is a weekday, so there's not going to be no one out there that's going to dispatch a van and drive you over there to the dock and then take you over there to the boats. Not on a weekday. And if you do, you're going to take a chance where you're not going to be able to reach. And I'm telling them all of this. Well, we can't prevent customers, we can't stop customers from making orders and this and that or whatever. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because if someone's telling you that and somebody already went through that, you're not even acknowledging anything what I'm saying. So I went home, I checked my email. I get an email saying that my account is suspended and I won't be able to take any orders for Instacart, and my account is under investigation for an incident that happened in some riverside or river bend or whatever community. I'm like, what the hell? On something that happened on June 25th. That's almost what, 2 weeks ago? So I'm going back on the calendar and I'm going back and say, okay, where is this place? I do a Google map search and I saw that it was the community that I went to several times, and I try to go back and say, okay, what happened on a Sunday? So this particular Sunday was when I went to Whole Foods, and it was this black lady wanted at Whole Foods. She was at the Whole Foods. Hold up, I'm trying to turn this person acting like they can't. But you know, Asian people can't drive for shit. So anyway, so I was thinking back when it happened that day, and I said, okay, I had an order for someone who wanted to go to Whole Foods, and it was this black lady, and they wanted like 10 pieces smoked wings from the hot bar at Whole Foods, 2 catfish, and 4 pork chops and all that stuff. So I'm going about the shop or whatever. I get the two catfish, scan it. It's like $20-something, $30-something for 2 catfish, 2 big old catfish. And then and it's already skinned and filleted, but they don't sell it in like pieces. It ain't sold by the pound. When Whole Foods, they sell the whole fish. They don't cut their fish up and sell it like that. They sell whole pieces. So if it's tilapia, they don't sell tilapia. I doubt it. I've never seen them. But if it's whatever type of fish, it's gonna be skinned, filleted, and whole piece. So she talked about she want her money back, refund. I said fine, ain't no skin on my nose, refund it back. Then I'm going through the shop and they didn't have any more chicken. Now this is 11. This is about 8:30, 8 o'clock at night. Then I said they didn't have any more whole chicken. They didn't have the rotisserie chicken, and not the brand she wanted. And they had 2 chickens left. And thing looked dried up. Then she wanted those whole smoked wings. They didn't have none. I walked with the associate to get the item, and then I'm texting her. Well, she's chatting with me at this point, so she's gonna say, "Oh, I called the Whole Foods. I'm in the store. You call in the store, and they told me they had it. No, ma'am, they do not." I'm looking at it. Somebody on the phone at the Whole Foods. They pick up the phone, and somebody will say, "Do you have chicken or whatever it is?" "Yeah, we got it." They don't go to the section and come in, and they don't check. They automatically tell people, "Yes, we got it," and hang up the phone. But meanwhile, I'm in the store shopping her order. So I said, "Ma'am, they don't have that smoked chicken wing." No, I said, "Ma'am, if it's, first of all, it's dried up. It was like the last of the last pieces. You know how you go to the hot bar, and when you go to the buffet, and everybody be picking at it, eat it, and all the food's practically gone, and they have like that little bit at the bottom of the pan." And so I said, "Okay, if you want that," I said, "I could give you the last of the scraps," or something. I said it's not even appetizing. It's cold, dried up, and they don't have any more. And I said, "I'll give you the last of the pieces." She wanted 10 pieces of this, 10 smoked wings, 10, and it's all it is that little old nasty, unseasoned food from the Whole Foods. So after that, I said they didn't have any more rotisserie chicken, and I told her, "Ma'am, I got you the boneless chops. I got exactly what you asked for. I went to the deli." She arguing back and forth with me, telling me they said they didn't have it. Whatever you thought you didn't understand, all of this is in the chat and conversation. In chat, we're not talking on the phone. So I finally will get whatever you have that you was able to get on the rest of the shop. So whatever they didn't have, Whole Foods tampons and the rotisserie chicken and those special requests of chicken, smoked chicken wings. Now let me tell you, with Instacart, if it's not on their website, because what you do is they catalog all the groceries from the Publix, Costco, Petco, and Kroger's. So anything that's not on that list, on that website, is a special request. So that means that it's not listed for Instacart shoppers to shop it if it's not on that list. And if it's a special request, and that's if they have it. They're not guaranteed to have it, and it's not always a guarantee, and you don't know what the price is. So she made a complaint. So yesterday, the representative who took that call, she makes up an email. She profiles something on my profile, sending a link about sending a link that your account is under investigation and is suspended. So this morning, early this morning, see, Instacart customer service is open 24 hours. They are there to answer the phone call. So I called about 3-something in the morning, because I remember my friend told me she had called Instacart like real late one time. I said, let me call and I'm gonna speak to somebody. So I called and spoke with someone, and they said, oh, your account is fine. I said, well, I got an email about my account was being in investigation and it's going to be suspended from not taking any further orders. And they're talking about something happening at some community. It says, oh, that's cleared up. You know, you're fine to go to work. And I said, well, how did I get an email of that nature stating something like that? So I said, and when did it happen? When was this initiated? Yesterday. He said on the 5th, which was yesterday. I said, around what time? It was around the same time that I had called a representative on the phone. And then this is the bitch that hung up, you know, and was rude when I'm trying to tell her that Instacart needs to change how they allow orders to sit to places that's going to endanger the shopper. And she's too busy talking about the customer's always right and this and that, and hung up. They didn't even acknowledge anything what I said, and they always send a text message, was your thing resolved? She didn't send no text message about her call, because they get evaluated, even though I think it sucks that you only get evaluated based on a yes or a no, you know? And it needs to be a little bit more subjective about how they review customer service reps, because you know, I didn't get no text message about her service. So I found it amazing how she didn't initiate that, but then I get this email, and that person turned around and took it upon herself to make up a fake email and send an email, and looked through my profile and saw that a customer had an issue of complaint about that Whole Food order that I took from 2 weeks ago, and send an email and try to put something on my account about your account is going to be suspended. And this has happened twice, with not being that I was going to be suspended, but I got an email twice. Months ago, I had to order the Whole Food to deliver to Piedmont Road, which is down almost in Midtown in Atlanta, and they had these trees falling, and then they had that bridge closure, and I had to so happen to be going somewhere in that vicinity, and I spoke to this representative. I said, it's taking me 50 minutes to go 1 mile, and the streets are closed, and they're not letting me go through, and I couldn't go around, and there was no other way to go. So I'm sitting there calling them, and they're telling me, mark the order delivered. And I said, why am I marking orders delivered if I didn't get there yet? So I'm calling them on the phone. This is when I first started. So when they tell you to mark it delivered, that means the customer canceled, and at that point, you don't have to proceed further to deliver the item, and then you keep the items or bring it back to the store. So rather than them texting me to do that, I'm sitting there on the phone for an hour and a half, waiting to speak to Instacart Customer Happiness team. And when I finally got a hold of them, and I said, and I complained about their service, and I said, I don't understand why I wait on the phone for an hour and a half just for y'all to tell me to mark it or the item as delivered, and rather than communicating that there's some other way, rather than not saying anything. And then at that point, I was supposed to go on my other area, and they sent me an order, and I didn't acknowledge it. So when I said I want to speak to a manager or make a complaint about the service, the representative is going to make up an email and say, oh, we showed that you were not in your zone on this day, and you didn't acknowledge your order that day. You were out of zone on this day, that day. You know, sporadic dates. You know, sporadic dates. They putting together some bogus thing about you're violating your contract if you're not available to take orders, and you did this on, you know, they were going back from like months ago, no, like a month ago when I first started, on sporadic dates. You know, on this day in February 28th, on March 3rd, March 6th, they put all this stuff together in an email, sending that to me after I had a complaint about what happened. You know, so I emailed them back. I said, what is this? I said, first of all, I've at that point, I probably took about 100-something orders, and no, 50-something orders. I said, at that point, I had 4.95. Yes, I said I had a 4.95 average. I said I've gotten, like, at that time, I had like about 5-6 customer compliments, you know. And I said, I've always been on time with my deliveries. I said, why am I getting an email telling me about I violated my contract because I wasn't in the zone to take an order, and I missed the order, and then y'all coming, you know. And I told them, first of all, and I told them, I said, first of all, your map and your zones is, you could be in the zone one moment, and then you driving on a parkway or a major highway. One moment you in the zone, one moment you out of the zone, especially if you're driving on certain streets and highways and they not in that little orange zone. So you could be driving yourself in a zone and out of a zone in a matter of seconds. And I wrote them that email, and I ain't heard nothing back. I ain't heard nothing about anything about that yet. You know, that threatening about contract, I ain't heard. At that point, they never mentioned that thing no more, never again. So yesterday, for this representative to flag my account, went back and said, your account is suspended for an incident that happened on this day. She took it upon herself to go through my account and notes, pick out an incident where a customer complaining about not getting some smoked wings, which they ain't had none, and some dried up chicken that I told her I'll get it for you. However, it is not edible. I'll be glad to get it for you. At that point, I would take a picture of the food item, and if you want me to get it, you'll get it. If you want dried up chicken, and I take a picture, and you tell me it's okay, I'm going to do all of that in a chat. I'm not going to talk about it verbally. I'm going to have all that in a picture, and we're going to have it written, digital communication where it's tracked. So she was like, no. Then when I get to the house, the husband answers the door, and I told him the fillets, and I told him the catfish is filleted, but they give you the whole entire catfish. They don't give you piece of a fish. They give you the whole catfish that's filleted. That's how it comes at Whole Foods. Okay, well, she just wanted it filleted, 2 pieces filleted. I said it is filleted, but you're getting the whole entire catfish that's filleted. People don't know what fillet is. That's the fucking problem. Fillet is not cutting the fish up, taking off the skin, and taking off whatever, and then you cutting a piece, and you cutting 2 pieces. When they filleting a fish, that means you cutting the fish, you cutting it down to the middle, and you just cutting it in a certain way. And if it's a whole entire fish and it's filleted, you getting the whole entire big piece. If you wanted a piece of the fish and you just wanted them to cut it, then you ask for it in ounces. If you want, I want a fillet fish, but I want 2 ounces, then you need to indicate 2 ounces. And trust me, 2 ounces of catfish or any type of item is only about this piece. That's it. It's not the whole piece of fish. I mean, this is stupid. You know. So, luckily for me, I'm not going to talk to you on the phone about it. I'm going to chat with you in the chat. And everything's going to be in the conversation. So when she went to complain, they could see it. They could go back. I told her to give me anything dealing with the food at the store. It is not the shopper's responsibility of what happened with the food. You know, if they didn't have certain items, I can't force Publix, Kroger, and nobody else to give me something they don't got. They don't have it. But see, I knew this person was going to be a problem. I called the store. They told me they got it. No, ma'am, they don't have it. I don't know who you stalked, and I told her right in the chat. I said, ma'am, I have no reason to lie. I am not a liar. I went with the associate, and I went to the department. They don't have the item. So why would I not get something if they got it? I mean, really? She had all these little threads talking about, I want my refund for the fish. I want my refund for that. And then when she wanted some other small little item, it was this small. And I said, it was like a piece of salmon. And she wanted salmon, a piece of salmon. The salmon was this small. This small. And I said, the minute they told me that was $7, and I said, that's your piece of salmon? She said, yes, we sell it like that in that piece. I said, okay, bro, wrap it up. That's how it comes, and that's how it's gonna be. So I know she complained about what she got, but it had nothing to do with me. But the nerve for them to say that my account was being suspended over something that happened almost 2 weeks ago, and they said, oh well, we looked into that, so it might have been suspended, but it's no longer under suspension because we investigated it. You damn right, y'all need to start looking into investigating what people got and holding shoppers responsible over what they sell at Whole Foods. You know, so they could do that all day long, but you know what? All they gotta do is contact Whole Foods. Well, how do you sell your pieces of whatever? And they'll confirm that. The customer said they got a little piece of something, and they said that's what y'all sell it. Yep, that's how it's sold. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing. They had nothing to do with me over going back and forth about what they got. Either you want it or you don't. I scan it, I show you what it looks like, and if it's $10 for that little piece of salmon, that's on you to get the order or whatever. Good morning, Monique. Monique, did you hear my entire thing, what happened with my account? Yes. Yep. Let me tell you what happened, Monique. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. So you know what happened because I called and spoke to you on the personally. So I responded to the email about my account being suspended and under investigation, and I sent an email. I said, excuse me, I need further details as to the incident. So when I had went back and thought about what had happened, I sent him an email and I said, I need more further details because my account's being suspended for something about something that I know I didn't do. So to make a long story short, early this morning, I called Instacart customer service because they 24 hours, which I didn't know. So I called and spoke with someone on the phone, in customer service about 3:30 in the morning, and he pulled up my account. He says, "Oh, your account's not suspended. Your account's not deactivated. You fine." So I said, "Well, why come I got an email about my account being suspended over some community that I went to?" And I said, "I shop in that community all the time, so I needed to know what happened." So he looked up the account. He says, and it was that same lady I was telling you about, that black lady who went to Whole Food, and they wanted the catfish and wanted a refund, and I got her the 4 pork chops and this little piece of salmon that was this big, and it was $8. And I'm telling, and I'm asking Whole Food, is that the pieces for that salmon? And they said that's a piece of salmon. I'm like, okay. And the smoked chicken wings that I told her they was dried up, and I said, if you want me to get it, I'll get it. And then she telling me she called Whole Food, and they said they had it. And I said, "Ma'am, they don't have it," because I went with the associate. They don't have any more. They didn't have any more chicken. It was 8:30 at night. So that was the complaint. So yesterday when I spoke to that representative on the phone about reassigning that order to go to the boat, and they unassigned it to me, and that representative who I had that answered the phone call, she flagged my account and made up an email about that incident. And I asked the person last night, I said, when was this request done? "Oh, it was yesterday." I said, "Yesterday?" I said, this. So they said someone said that it was flagged yesterday. I said, "At what time?" 1:24. That was the same time I called customer service and spoke to that representative about reassigning that order with the boat incident, and how it had it all notated on the account that I was not to reassign to that customer anymore because of the fact that you had to go on boats and golf carts to deliver a bag of ice and chicken. And I said, well, what is Instacart going to do? Because whoever gets this order on a weekday, they don't have nobody out there that's going to take you in the van and take you on the boat to go out there. So what are y'all going to do about that? Yes. So the representative basically put something on my account and made it up, and then the representative I spoke to last night said, "Oh, that was already resolved, and nothing's gonna happen because everything was documented in the chat, because I had only communicated with the customer in a chat." So they saw I had that whole entire conversation, and whatever the customer was complaining about, they had the smoked wings and the catfish and that little, and I forgot almost about that small piece of salmon. I knew she was going to complain about it. Whole Food was selling $8.99 for a piece of salmon that was this big. And I said, well, this is it? This is the only piece? I said, is this the salmon? Yes. And they showed it to me, and it was a little piece of salmon like this big. This big and this big right here. So imagine this is a square, and that's what they wrapped up in the bag and gave it to me. And I was like, I said, okay, I already knew. I already knew that. I said, it was this black woman too. And you know that when somebody see that, they're gonna be complaining. I already knew. So that whole entire complaint had nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. So luckily for me, I documented if everything was in the chat room. I said, ma'am, I said I wouldn't get this smoked up choke chicken wings. It was all dried up, and it had hardly any pieces. And to me, if it's all scrapped up and all dried up in the dang pan, to me, they ain't got none. You know how you go to the buffet and you go to Chinese buffets and everybody eat the last of something and they'll leave that little dried up piece at the bottom of the pan. Why would I get you that? Why would I lie? I told her, I said, man, why would I lie about that? I'm looking at it. I wouldn't get that. It's dried up. It's not even all pieces of, I said, man, ain't no but pieces of bones. You know, I'm trying to help you and tell you what I see. I wouldn't eat it. If I'm shopping I would shop as if I'm shopping for myself. Yes. You can send pictures through the app. And that's what I did. I sent pictures through the app. Every time customers tell me, every time somebody tells me something, I take a picture. Like when they say drop the groceries on the steps, I take a picture of everything. I put it on leave it where I leave it. I take a picture of the house. I take pictures of the groceries on the step. I take pictures of any car that's in the parking lot or deck or wherever it is. I take pictures of everything. And I take pictures of the mailbox. Say, "Hoop, there's the person's house. There's the front of the house. There's the food left on the steps." And I put it all out, and I put every pictures, and it shows everything. And then it's in the chat. So, for those who do it Instacart, use that chat feature. Go in the chat. Don't close the order out. Don't say, "Oh, I hit delivered," because once you hit delivered, you can't do nothing. So before you hit delivered, you go into the chat, and you can chat with the customer. "Hey, this is Teresa. I've dropped your order off. Here's pictures of your items that's left on the step," and I take pictures of everything. And I took it a step further. I took it one step further. What I started doing was I take pictures while I'm at the grocery store. I take pictures before the delivery, and I take pictures after the delivery. And I did that to that customer last week. I went to that little run. It was looking all deserted, and I was like, "Ain't nobody live over here." And I took pictures and I communicated with her. I said, "Due to fraud and potential theft, I'm letting you know that I'm recording the entire transaction from the beginning to the end. So when I'm at the store in the grocery cart, I show the groceries in there." Exactly. And see, some people think they slick. They try to play with you. If you got it, if I had got those wings, she would have complained. "She just gave me these wings and it was cold." First of all, I would never ever order no hot bar and no whole food at 8 something at night. You know that stuff be fresh in the morning. You know, when you first open up, when everybody's going in to eat lunch or whatever the hell they be doing, or eating dinner. I don't even like that damn Whole Food. You know, I don't like I don't know what's so crazy about it. Everybody be going to that Ponce de Leon, especially Ponce. I mean, it be crowded. Everybody be walking around. I'm like, I don't even want to order food that everybody else has touched and breathed on, and it didn't look sanitary. It don't even look sanitary. You don't know if people wash their hands. You don't know if people ain't no none of that. You don't know if they wash their hand or anything else. They be walking up, and then there be bums up, especially on Ponce. I ain't say there be bums in there, but sometimes they used to have these homeless people. They used to come into the Whole Food, and they used to sit there in that little section, but they put those cops in there, so now they don't let them go in there and sit down and think they reading the newspaper, or so I'm not trying to make it funny and stuff, but they used to be like that before those white folks started really living in the 4th Ward in town in Atlanta, where black folks used to live, and they used to have a lot of homeless people over there. Now, man, please, they do not let them walk around, go into the Whole Food and sitting there. And they got those cops, they run them right out of there. And I hate that because if they come in there and they got money, whatever money they get, and I don't know what they could buy from Whole Foods because it's so damn expensive, but they used to go in there. You know, they used to go in there and sit down. But now they can't walk around and panhandle in that parking lot, you know, because there used to be a lot of theft. You go in there, your car's broken into in the middle of the day. And that happened to me. Someone stole my damn wallet and my purse. I was going to Whole Foods on Roswell to pick up some deliveries. I come back, I saw my little charger on the ground. I was like, why this guy on the ground? And it didn't dawn on me that my purse and my wallet was missing. Luckily for me, I had my check card with me. Yes. But now, I'm not calling Happiness Team for nothing. I'm not going to call them for nothing. If there's a problem, it ain't no use calling them. They useless. They useless. So what I'm gonna do is, if they send me an order and they say go to this place or go to that supermarket and it's way out the way, I'm gonna hit acknowledge. I'm gonna acknowledge the order. And if I get there, I get there. If I don't, and it says your order will be reassigned, it'll be some British computer coming up, it'll be reassigned, I'm gonna let it reassign. Let it be reassigned to somebody else, because it doesn't count against you. It doesn't affect your guarantee. The only time it affects your guarantee is when you don't acknowledge it. If you get an order and you don't acknowledge, it counts against you. But if you acknowledge an order and you driving and it takes you 30 minutes, 40 minutes to get there, just say to yourself, it's going to be unassigned to somebody else, and it won't count against you. So it ain't no point trying to break your neck to go and get something, because at that point I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get me a McDonald's breakfast. What time is it? 11? Y'all serving lunch or breakfast?
All day.
Oh, I was ordering from McDonald's. That's why. Ordering my breakfast, because ain't no telling when I eat lunch. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so that's what I tell y'all. When you do Instacart, you gotta cover your ass and take pictures, video if you have to, and send it through that chat. Because, you know, Instacart's like, the customer's always right. I say, you know, y'all keep on thinking that. Y'all sit there and be, y'all will be bankrupt. You know? Shoot. I said if I had Instacart in my area, shoot, I'll order a whole buttload of groceries and then come around, oh, everything is damaged, and get me some free cases of waters, Gatorade, and everything else. You know, I mean, really. And they don't even seem to care. don't even seem to care.
You don't want any chocolate chip?
Just the whipped cream. I don't want chocolate on it. I need to have hot chocolate with put chocolate on top of it more. Then my first order is at this Publix on Mathis Road, so it's not that far, thank goodness. Why did it take us so long? Alright, thank you. Oh, Lord. I'm glad I got that first order because I had added my schedule. I said, you know, I'll go start at 10 o'clock and I edited it and said I'm going to start at 11. I said I'm going to start at 11. If somebody asks for hot chocolate, there's been sure a lot of Mexicans working at McDonald's lately. Alright, y'all. I guess y'all heard my commentary for this morning. So remember, cover your ass. If you have any issues with Instacart in terms of customer service, it's a waste of breath to call them because they ain't gonna do nothing. And they're gonna sabotage your account if you obviously vent or complain about the services that they provide. So ain't no point even saying nothing to them because they ain't gonna do anything other than try to do something to your profile. So I'm not wasting my time with them. Alright, we'll talk to y'all later.